We often think that the secret to a long life lies in better diets, more exercise, less stress. And while those things matter, they're not the whole picture. Because the truth is, longevity isn't just about how long we live, it's about how deeply we connect while we're here. If you want to live longer, love deeper. If you want to stay strong, stay close to the people who see you, hear you, know you. Human connection isn't a luxury. It's a biological need, just like food, just like sleep. Without it, we fade. With it, we flourish. Longevity isn't just about living long, it's about living well. We often fall into the trap of thinking that a long life is a good life, that adding years to our timeline is the ultimate goal. But what good are more years if they're filled with loneliness, disconnection, or emotional emptiness? Living well is about quality, not just quantity. It's about what fills our days, not just how many we get. Living well means being deeply connected to ourselves, to others, to a sense of purpose. It means waking up and knowing that your presence matters, that you're seen, valued, and loved. It means having people to laugh with, to lean on, to sit in silence with when words fall short. It means building something more meaningful than routine, building relationships that breathe life into every year you live. We are wired for connection. It's not just emotional, it's biological. Countless studies have shown that strong social bonds can improve immune function, reduce stress, and even extend life expectancy. But beyond the science, we know this intuitively. Think about the moments when you felt most alive. They probably didn't happen in isolation. They happened in the presence of someone you cared about or someone who cared about you. Yet in a world obsessed with productivity and performance, relationships often take a back seat. We chase goals, status, and success, often at the expense of connection. But success without someone to share it with, it rings hollow. Achievement without closeness is a lonely celebration. A well-lived life is one that's shared. The beauty of relationships is that they don't require perfection, they require presence. They require showing up, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Real relationships are built through the mundane, through the check-ins, the shared meals, the late-night talks, the quiet understanding. It's not the highlight reel that defines them, it's the behind-the-scenes moments of care and consistency. Living well also means being brave enough to be vulnerable, to let others see us, not just the polished parts, but the messy, uncertain, and insecure parts too. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the doorway to genuine connection. When we allow ourselves to be seen, we give others permission to do the same. That's where trust is born. That's where intimacy grows. It also means surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us, who love us enough to tell us the truth, who remind us of who we are when we forget. We become like the people we spend the most time with, so choosing those relationships wisely becomes a form of self-care. Not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. Some people teach us lessons, others walk with us for a lifetime. What matters is the impact they leave behind, the way they make us feel more alive, more human. When we look back on life, it won't be the accolades we remember. It will be the faces, the moments of laughter, the hugs after hard days, the love we gave and received, the people who made our time here feel full. So yes, longevity is a gift, but it's not the gift we should be chasing. Living well, that's the true reward. That's the legacy worth leaving. Not just a long life, but a life filled with meaning, love, and connection. Because at the end of the day, a well-lived life isn't measured in years, it's measured in depth. Connection is the greatest form of human nourishment. We often think of nourishment in physical terms, food, water, shelter. And while these are undeniably essential for survival, there's a deeper kind of sustenance that many people overlook. It's the emotional and psychological fuel we get from being seen, heard, valued, and loved. It's what truly allows us to thrive, not just survive. Human beings are inherently social creatures. From the moment we're born, we seek connection. A baby cries and the caregiver responds. That first bond, that response, lays the foundation for how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. As we grow, that need doesn't disappear, it evolves. We may learn how to dress ourselves, feed ourselves, take care of our basic needs, but no amount of independence can erase the longing for meaningful connection. Without connection, we suffer. Not always in ways that are immediately visible, but in subtle, corrosive ways that affect our mental and even physical health. Loneliness, for example, has been shown to have effects similar to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Chronic isolation increases the risk of heart disease, depression, anxiety, and even early death. That's because when we're emotionally malnourished, our bodies feel it too. But when we feel connected, truly connected, it changes everything. Think about the times in your life when you felt the most alive, the most grounded. Chances are you weren't alone. You were probably laughing with friends, sharing a quiet moment with someone who gets you, or receiving encouragement when you needed it most. Those moments feed something deep inside us. They give us a sense of safety, of purpose, of belonging. And connection isn't always about having a huge circle of people around you. It's not about popularity or how many followers you have. It's about the quality of the bonds you build. One deep, authentic relationship can nourish more than a dozen surface-level ones. It's not about being around people, it's about being with people, engaged, present, real. The most powerful connections are built through vulnerability. That's the irony of being human. We all want to feel seen and understood, but we're often afraid to show who we really are. We wear masks, we keep our distance, thinking it will protect us. But true nourishment comes when we let the guard down, when we allow someone in, when we say, here's who I really am, and someone says, I'm still here. Connection also means being there for others in their most unguarded moments. It means holding space for someone's pain without trying to fix it. It means showing up consistently, not for recognition, but because you care. These acts of presence, of compassion, they don't just strengthen relationships, they give life meaning. And connection isn't limited to romantic relationships. It's the friend who checks in when you've gone quiet, the colleague who listens without judgment, the stranger who offers a kind word at just the right time. These moments, these human touches, are the threads that stitch our lives together. In a world that often prioritizes achievement over authenticity, busyness over being, we must remember that connection is not a distraction, it's the main event. No success, no amount of money or fame can replace the warmth of knowing that someone understands you, stands with you, and accepts you as you are. So if you ever feel empty, depleted, lost, not all nourishment comes on a plate. Sometimes what you really need is a conversation, a hug, eye contact, a genuine how are you that waits for a real answer. Because in the end, connection is the soul's food. And when we are fed in this way, we are able to give more, love more, and live more fully. True relationships are built in the small, quiet moments. We often think of love, friendship, and connection as being formed in big cinematic experiences, grand declarations, emotional reunions, dramatic gestures. But real relationships, the ones that last, aren't built on highlight reels. They're built in the ordinary, in the quiet, unremarkable moments that over time add up to something extraordinary. It's easy to show up when things are exciting, when everyone's smiling and everything feels light. But true connection is found in the spaces in between, the in-between of joy and sadness, the ordinary days, the slow conversations, the silence that doesn't feel awkward. It's in the look someone gives you across the room that says, I've got you. It's in the just checking in text when no one else remembers. It's in the consistent presence, the showing up not once or twice, but over and over again. Relationships at their core are about trust. And trust isn't built in loud proclamations. It's built in repetition, in reliability, in the gentle, consistent rhythm of care. The friend who always answers your call, even when they're busy. The partner who listens, even when you don't have the words. These are the small threads that weave strong bonds. Small doesn't mean insignificant. In fact, the small things are often what matter most. They are the things that go unnoticed by the world but mean everything to the people living inside the relationship. The way someone remembers your bad day and follows up. The way they share a moment of quiet with you without needing to fill it with words. These acts don't make headlines, but they make a difference. In the fast-paced, performance-driven world we live in, it's easy to overlook these moments. We chase after milestones, anniversaries, birthdays, big wins, and forget that the day-to-day is where the real relationship is happening. The relationship isn't just the celebration dinner. It's the nights cooking together, doing dishes, laughing at old inside jokes. It's the shared glances, the quick squeezes of a hand, the late-night talks about nothing and everything. Being present in someone's life doesn't always mean doing something big. Sometimes it just means being there, really being there. Not distracted, not halfway listening while scrolling through your phone. Just there, listening, seeing, caring. And it works both ways. We build strong relationships not just by receiving those small, quiet acts, but by offering them, by noticing when someone is tired and offering help, by remembering small details and showing appreciation, by putting in the effort not because we expect something back, but because we genuinely want to be there for the other person. Sometimes people worry that they're not doing enough in their relationships because they're not making huge gestures or dramatic sacrifices. But often what people remember most isn't the gift or the surprise vacation. It's the time you sat with them when they were hurting, the time you listened without judgment, the way you were just consistent. And as time passes, we begin to understand something profound. The little things were never little. They were the relationship, they were the love, they were the glue that held everything together. So if you're wondering how to build a stronger relationship with your partner, your friend, your family, it starts here, in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the spaces most people overlook. That's where the real work is done. And that's where the real magic lives. Vulnerability is the gateway to genuine connection. It's easy to think that strength comes from keeping our walls up, from hiding our true selves, to avoid judgment or rejection. But the reality is that true connection, the kind of deep, lasting relationships we all crave, is only possible when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. It's in those moments of openness, of letting our guard down, that we create the space for others to truly see us and for us to see them in return. At its core, vulnerability is about being real. It's about showing up as you are, without the armor, the masks, or the perfected versions we often try to project. It's about being willing to expose our flaws, our fears, our doubts, and our insecurities. It's terrifying, yes, but it's also liberating, because when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are giving others permission to do the same. And that's when the magic happens. We live in a world that often values perfection over authenticity. Social media is filled with curated images, filtered moments, and carefully crafted identities. We are bombarded with messages telling us that we need to be more successful, more beautiful, more confident, and more put together. And while there's nothing wrong with striving to be the best version of ourselves, the pressure to constantly appear perfect can leave us feeling isolated, disconnected, and exhausted. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. We all have our struggles. We all face challenges, uncertainties, and moments of self-doubt. And when we try to hide those parts of ourselves, we create barriers between us and others. We may look fine on the outside, but on the inside, we're starving for real connection. We long for someone to see us for who we truly are, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Vulnerability is not about weakness. In fact, it takes incredible strength to open ourselves up to the possibility of being hurt. But the reward is worth it. When we embrace vulnerability, we open the door to deeper, more meaningful relationship. We allow others to truly get to know us, and in turn, we get to know them on a level that goes far beyond surface-level interactions. Vulnerability creates trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. It's in those vulnerable moments that we experience true empathy. When someone shares their fears or struggles with us, and we share our own, it creates a bond that goes beyond words. It's an unspoken understanding that says, I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you. That's where the magic of human connection happens. When we let go of the need to be perfect and simply show up as we are, we allow others to do the same. And in that space of mutual openness, something beautiful emerges, a deep sense of belonging and understanding. Of course, vulnerability can be scary. The fear of rejection, judgment, or disappointment is very real. But it's important to remember that true connection is only possible when we take that risk. The people who matter, the people who truly care about us, will love us not despite our vulnerabilities, but because of them. They will see the rawness, the authenticity, and the courage it takes to be open, and they will meet us in that space with compassion and understanding. Vulnerability also invites growth. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create the opportunity for change and healing. It's through our willingness to share our pain, our struggles, and our weaknesses that we can find the support we need to move forward. We don't have to carry everything on our own. The people we connect with, whether friends, family, or romantic partners, can help lighten our load and offer the love and encouragement we need to grow. In the end, vulnerability is the key to the kind of deep, lasting relationships we all desire. It's the gateway to connection, the bridge that leads us from isolation to intimacy. So the next time you feel the urge to hide behind your walls or pretend everything is fine, remember this: vulnerability isn't a liability, it's your greatest strength. It's the path to genuine connection, and it's the only way to truly be seen, heard, and loved for who you are. The people around us shape who we become. We often underestimate the profound impact others have on our lives, thinking that we are the sole architects of our identity. While it's true that we play an active role in our growth and development, the relationships we form, the people we surround ourselves with, and the environments we immerse ourselves in all influence who we are. Whether we realize it or not, the people closest to us leave an indelible mark on our thoughts, behaviors, values, and even our dreams. From a young age, we are shaped by those who care for us. Our parents, guardians, and caregivers set the foundation for our understanding of the world. The way they communicate with us, the way they nurture us, and the lessons they impart become the lens through which we view life. Their values often become our own, and their words and actions teach us how to love, how to handle adversity, how to show kindness, and how to face challenges. As we grow older and expand our social circles, our peers play an equally significant role in shaping us. Friends influence the way we see ourselves and others. the behaviors we adopt, and the choices we make. The conversations we have, the activities we engage in, and the support we receive from our friends create a ripple effect on our personal development. Friends encourage us to explore new ideas, push our boundaries, and challenge our thinking. They also provide a mirror, reflecting back to us who we are in ways that help us understand ourselves more clearly. Our relationships, both personal and professional, continue to shape us as we enter adulthood. The colleagues we work with, the mentors who guide us, and the romantic partners we choose all leave an imprint on our lives. They influence how we approach challenges, how we cope with stress, and how we prioritize our time and energy. A supportive partner can bring out the best in us, encouraging us to pursue our dreams and be the best version of ourselves. On the other hand, toxic relationships can have a detrimental effect, draining our confidence and eroding our sense of self-worth. The people we surround ourselves with, whether they are uplifting and encouraging or critical and dismissive, directly impact how we view ourselves in the world. The people we choose to spend our time with affect not just how we behave, but also how we think and feel. We become like the people we spend the most time with. If we surround ourselves with people who are positive, ambitious, and kind, we are more likely to adopt these traits. Their enthusiasm and drive can ignite our own passions, and their optimism can help us see the silver lining in difficult situations. Conversely, if we are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and criticism, it can drag us down, making it harder to believe in our own abilities and dreams. Our social environments shape our perspectives too. The communities we belong to, whether it's a group of friends, a workplace, a family, or a larger cultural community, play a crucial role in molding our attitudes and beliefs. The values of these communities become ingrained in us, influencing how we see the world and how we relate to others. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we align ourselves with those who share our beliefs, and through these shared values, we grow and evolve together. This influence extends beyond our immediate circle. The broader society in which we live also shapes who we become. The media we consume, the role models we look up to, the leaders we follow, all of these external factors contribute to our worldview. They challenge us to question our assumptions, broaden our horizons, and develop new perspectives. In this way, the people we engage with on a larger scale can inspire personal growth, shaping our goals, our priorities, and our actions. Ultimately, we are the sum of the people we allow into our lives. Their words, actions, and energy have the power to lift us up or hold us back. While we are ultimately responsible for our own choices and actions, it's impossible to ignore the role others play in our development. As we navigate life, it's important to recognize the influence of those around us and make intentional choices about the relationships we nurture. By surrounding ourselves with people who inspire, challenge, and support us, we create an environment where we can thrive. The people around us, in all their different forms, shape who we are, who we become, and the impact we make in the world. Success without connection is a hollow victory. In a society that often glorifies individual achievement, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success is something that can be measured by personal milestones. Titles, wealth, recognition. But true fulfillment, the kind that sustains us over time, isn't found in accomplishments alone. It's found in the relationships we cultivate, the bonds we share, and the connections we form along the way. When we focus solely on success in terms of personal achievements, we risk neglecting the very thing that gives our accomplishments meaning, the people we share them with. Success may bring temporary satisfaction or external validation, but if there's no one there to witness it, to celebrate it with, or to support us through it, that success feels empty. It's like winning a race with no one in the stands cheering you on, no one to share the victory with. It may feel good in the moment, but eventually it starts to feel like something is missing. The most profound successes in life are those that are shared with others. Think about the moments that have mattered most to you. Chances are they involved connection, the birth of a child, an anniversary, a career milestone, or even overcoming personal challenges. These achievements gain depth and richness when they are shared with those who care about us. It's the laughter of friends, the support of family, and the presence of loved ones that make these moments unforgettable. Success without connection is simply a singular experience, but when shared, it becomes something much more meaningful. Moreover, success achieved in isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnection. If we're focused solely on our own personal gain, we may find ourselves drifting away from those who matter most. The pursuit of individual success, when done at the expense of relationships, can leave us isolated, even if we reach the top. It's not uncommon for successful people to experience a sense of emptiness after achieving their goals. Without the people who've been there for them along the way, the joy of success feels fleeting. Connection also plays a crucial role in how we define success in the first place. Our values, priorities, and goals are shaped by the people around us. Friends, mentors, and loved ones help us reflect on what truly matters. Their perspectives broaden our understanding of success. It's easy to get caught up in a narrow view of success, money, fame, or status. But true success, the kind that brings lasting happiness, is rooted in how we positively impact others and build meaningful relationships. The connections we nurture along the way often define what we value most, giving our achievements purpose beyond just personal gain. Furthermore, connection is vital when it comes to sustaining long-term success. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. Behind every great achievement is a network of people who have offered support, guidance, or collaboration. The most successful individuals understand the importance of community and mentorship. They know that they cannot do it alone. They reach out for advice, lean on their colleagues, and share their journey with others. These relationships are not only essential for achieving success, but they are crucial for maintaining it. The people around us help us stay grounded, remind us of our values, and provide encouragement when things get tough. Without that support, even the most impressive successes can crumble. True success is a shared experience, not a solitary one. It's the ability to look back on your achievements and know that you weren't alone in the journey. It's about being able to celebrate your wins with others, knowing that the people you care about were with you every step of the way. Connection brings richness and depth to our lives, turning accomplishments into milestones that have meaning. Success without connection is like building a house on a shaky foundation. It may stand for a while, but it lacks the stability and resilience that relationships provide. In the end, it's the people in our lives who make success truly worthwhile. Achievements without connection are fleeting. They offer no lasting sense of fulfillment or purpose. When we prioritize relationships alongside our goals, we create a deeper, more fulfilling version of success, one that brings joy, satisfaction, and a sense of belonging. True success is found not just in what we accomplish, but in the connections we build along the way. It is in the bonds we share, the love we give, and the support we receive. Without connection, success becomes nothing more than an empty victory, a solitary achievement that loses its meaning over time.